Day 3, tip 3 of me giving you a tip as often as I can that's going to help you the next time you visit a garage. So today's tip is quite a good one, I think, and that is, did you know that the MOT is the minimum safety requirements for the road? So let me give you an example of something most of you may have experienced. So have you ever booked in for an MOT in a service and the car's gone in for the MOT and passed with flying colours, not one advisory? And then it goes in for the service afterwards and the garage calls you and tells you you need a brake fluid change or you need disc pads or that you just need something. And you're left there thinking like, well, hang on a second, they just passed my car with flying colours and now they're ringing me and trying to sell me some stuff. And it makes you feel like they're just trying to sell you stuff that they shouldn't. Well, that's not true. And the reason it's not true is because of certain things are just not checked in an MOT. And let me give you a quick example. So the brake fluid reservoir, you are not even allowed to remove the brake fluid cap and test the brake fluid, which is something that you do in the actual service. So for instance, if the brake fluid looks low, then you could say something in MOT. If the bottle looks to be contaminated or damaged, you could say something. But if it looks okay, but it's full of moisture or water, you can't tell and you're not allowed to test it. So that could pass and actually be dangerous. Now you're going for the service and they'll remove that cap and they'll actually use the tester and test it in a service and therefore ring you and saying, by the way, your brake fluid is dangerously contaminated. It needs to be replaced. And you've just been given a pass on your MOT. Another thing is, let's say, for instance, wheel trims. If wheel trims cover wheel nuts and you've got wheel nuts missing, which can be really dangerous, well, you can't send it for an MOT because you can't remove the wheel trim. So there are things in MOTs that you're just not allowed to do. So it's a good idea to do an MOT with a service. There's another thing there, which is cost saving. Most garages will incentivize a customer to do them together because what happens is some of the checks in MOT are the same as some of the checks in a service, and therefore it saves the garage time. And if it saves the garage time, it saves you money. So yeah, that's my tip for today. So remember, the MOT is the minimum safety requirement for the road. It is not 100% stamp of approval that your car is now perfectly safe. That's not the case. And second to that, try to do your service and MOT together. You will often save money. And then that way you get a lot more checks, making sure your car is safer than it would be if it just had the MOT alone. Anyway, that's it from me today. If you've got any questions, ask them and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. We'll see you in the next video. And as always, from everyone here at Auto Bliss, drive safe.